Hi, everybody. This is Jason Hour, the Hour of Power from Talking Shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie Ift.
Hey, this is Eddie Ift. I'm with Jason Hour, the Hour of Power right now. You're wearing a pretty nice shirt, Jason. What's that shirt?
This is a Skank T-shirt, Eddie, from skanktees.com, and this is actually my favorite shirt out of their collection. It's the Under the Influence logo or tagline.
How many days have you been wearing that shirt, Jason?
3, and it's the marijuana leaf logo, Under the Influence, and I love this shirt. It's a nice green color.
You wear that shirt and people just bring you weed, don't they?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, and then they take it. And then they leave with it. And then I don't have any.
Tell them where to find it, Jason. People want this shirt.
Skanktees.com. SKANKTEES.com. Look for the Betty logo. It's a pretty fucking cool logo. Yeah, it's like Betty Page. Like this, they'd be on the side of the Enola Gay dropping bombs.
Kind of like you're doing right now.
Hey, this is Eddie from Talking Shit. Wanted to talk to you about donations. Best way to talk to you about it is through our intern, Roy Boy Ray, who, if you haven't gotten your shit, I'll tell you why. Go ahead, Ray, tell him.
Well, I'll actually tell you why. I have thoroughly dropped the ball on that. No excuses or anything like that. You know, you guys have been great about the donations, and we really appreciate it. It's just that it's taken a lot more time and effort than I thought it was going to, and I'm backed up. So they are coming. I got the new intern, which is everybody's favorite intern. I'm now number 2. It will be coming out. It will be fixed, and you will get your shit.
So if you donate, you will get your stuff. A lot of our listeners have gotten it. You get CDs, DVDs, posters. You get to come to the show. You get. We're going to do a paintball event. But if you donate, you get these. So and they will get to you. If you haven't received your swag, it's coming. Ray Boy's going to take a lashing for this.
True, but I do have to say one more thing. When you donate, there is a place for you to put notes. If you want it quicker, just put your address in the note box.
And your ethnicity.
Yes, that also.
Ethnicity?
Ethnicity.
Because if you put that right away...
If you're black.
Because if you put that right away, then I can get your stuff out quicker. Otherwise, you're going to have to get an email from Jim and Eddie, respond back to it. I have to find it in the mountain of emails that we get at jimandeddy@yahoo.com. And it's just a big pain in my ass.
Well, this was a really boring plug to get donations. We're coming
start the show.
Yeah, let's just start the show. Because this is a great room tonight. We've got Midgets and Pornstars. My 2 favorite things.
Right? If you're not smiling in this room, I don't want to know you.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit.
Hey, everybody, this is Eddie. This is Talking Shit. I'm here with Jim Jeffries. We're in the Rape Cottage, and we've got a great episode for you tonight. This is a continuation from the last episode. We've got Brad Williams here with Courtney and Kami. These are 2 girls that they work in the adult film industry. Let's just say they take some cocks.
It's Courtney, right, Courtney?
Yeah.
And Courtney, where can our listeners find you?
Can we please have a Google picture of Courtney Kane's vagina for us all to see? I don't like to hear them talk before I can see their vagina. It might be a bit mangy looking.
KORTNEY. No you.
No R, no you.
Courtney Kardashian comes up.
No you.
Please don't say Kourtney Kardashian's vagina comes up.
Yep.
Courtney Kane, okay.
And you can find me at CourtneyKane.com.
Oh, hey. Oh.
Courtney's got some fake ones on there, don't you?
Oh, you couldn't tell that through the T-shirt. I love that Eddie needed to see it naked to go, oh, they're fake tits. I think she's also got hair extension, and I don't think they're original flaps. The girl's made of plastic, and I love it. Now, can we stop that crackle, Ernie?
Right. Brad, stop your magical powers.
All right.
All right. I'm going to marry you.
Yeah.
He's getting married again.
I'm going to fuck Jason.
Wow.
I'm going to kill you.
All right.
Eddie with the kill.
And your reasoning.
I would be more likely to fuck him. You're a little too small for me.
What? Like
and why do you want to marry me? It's because, I earn $30,000 a gig, isn't it? Yeah.
Wait, so you like bigger guys?
I do.
Like
God damn it,
like
why do you bring that one?
But like chubby. You like chubby or you like big muscular?
Like just bigger guys
You're
in general.
weedy.
He's not chubby.
He's not chubby?
No, he's just a big guy.
He's just a big guy.
Yeah.
You know what?
You can't see under the sweatshirt.
Jason just gave me the look like, please just let it go for once.
Let me have this one, Eddie.
And you know what, Jason? I'm there. I've worked out with him. He's fucking badass. The dude is stacked. You should see him. He does Tai Chi, Shaolin, CrossFit. He's fucking a menace.
Thanks, Eddie.
Yeah.
So we're married. We're a new marriage. I've married both of you because you're friends, and we all live in a house together in Waco, Texas. And we live in Waco, Texas. And what we do is we just have like, fuck, how are we going to work this out? I'll impregnate both of you, and then those kids can breed. And eventually we won't have to move off the compound. Who's up for it?
And then you're
I've never heard a more seductive pickup line than that.
And
you're going to acquire a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
Jason's going to come over and be the prayer
Worship
leader.
leader, yeah,
worship
worship
leader.
leading.
All right, there
You
you
guys will
go.
start
All
your
right.
cult, and
we're gonna have a dwarf fucking guarding the front.
Damn right.
like remember like in the Wizard of Oz. Oh he ho, he ho. I know they were dwarfs, but that film's
a
synonymous.
dwarf walking a chihuahua.
Yeah, I love it. I love it how fucking Farside just picked up a picture of a dwarf off World of Warcraft.
I love how that's my like.
I have to ask a dwarf question that I always think when I see dwarfs.
All right, fire
This is
away.
Are there dwarf genes, or do you get regular genes and cut the legs off?
We get regular genes, and then we cut the legs.
I thought you went to Gap for kids.
No, because they don't have the right ass.
Yeah, the ass.
When was the time that you saw a
say,
child?
Jesus.
That's
dude.
that's not a child's ass.
That's a black girl's
Yeah,
ass.
Exactly.
That's the same way Beyonce used to get her genes as a child.
That is what they refer to in the ghetto community as a badonka dunk. So
But
yeah, so
And in the dwarf community, they
But
just
it's great 'cause,
refer to it as a shame.
now, but you got to admit, Jim, when we all did
The Little People Convention.
when we did the Little People Convention, Jim and I did a gig at the Little People Convention.
Eddie wasn't allowed.
No.
I've never felt more hated in
We
my
did
life.
it. We did a gig, girls. We did a gig at the Little People Convention, and
Right.
so I went along, and I was invited to do the gig. Eddie was
Right.
not invited, and he just tagged along
For the story.
Just for the story. and one of my favorite thing was they had a playroom for all the dwarf kids, who, by the way, delightful.
There's nothing cuter on the planet
Nothing
than
cuter.
dwarf baby.
It makes you not want a regular kid. They are fucking delightful, right?
And if you ever find an Asian dwarf baby, those things can stop wars.
Yes,
Seriously.
and make your shoes very quick, very delicate fingers. Very delicate fingers. Boom, 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 boom. They can rack out a pair of
they lace
Nikes in
very
a second.
quickly.
Oh, my God.
Done.
They can tell you the fortune. Anyway, so that's a weird looking dwarf. You just don't give us the ugly ones. Give us the cute kid ones. Anyway, so
us the one from the reject
they
pile.
had this playroom made for all the dwarf children. Now, I'm a pinball guy, so we go along and there's two dwarf kids playing pinball machines. Now, they didn't figure out the logistic. A dwarf child can't reach both buttons on a pinball machine.
Yeah.
It's a side-to-side motion, right? They can never double flip. That was very entertaining.
Well, right. Well, yeah. Well, that or that we do a little tag team thing. One person gets one flip, one person gets the other. You just do
yeah.
that.
They work as a team.
Exactly. We do the
Team.
same thing in foosball.
Strong community and team mentality. there, for
Same
sure.
thing when fucking chicks.
Absolutely.
You always, I'll bring another dwarf in.
It's all right.
Same thing when scaring away badgers.
That, he didn't have his buddy dwarf to scare away the other bad.
to stand on his shoulders and look like
The amount of dwarves who have picked
Whenever-
up a girl by the two of them wearing a trench coat. Then they get home. It's
Jim,
just like,
don't reveal our secrets, please."
You want kissing and you cunt licked at the same time? Yeah, it's dwarf
do it.
magic.
when I walked into the little person convention, it was funny because Nick Nowicki, who's
Yeah.
Nowicki, who's the he's
Another dwarf comic.
He's a dwarf
I
that's
gotta
on.
piss.
What's he on? What's the show?
He was on Boardwalk Empire.
I've known Nick for like 10 years, and I've been asking to come to the Little People Convention for 10 years. I've been
Right.
begging, and I walked in, and he looks at me and goes, "You finally fucking got here, didn't you?" And then I've been known to do a few midget jokes in my life. Every other midget that I've seen that's ever been at a comedy show looked at me like, "The fuck are you doing here?"
Also, you weren't invited.
I know. I felt like, yeah, I couldn't believe of all people, though, they would invite Jim.
Well, that was the thing, and that's what upset me is because they told me like, hey, like before I did the gig, they said, hey, just so you know, we've seen your act. We don't want you to really curse that much or say the word midget. And at first I was like, I don't really like that, but it's your gig. Okay, I'll do it. Who else is on the show? And they said, Jim Jeffries, and I say, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Because Jim's going to say cunt. And he did. He said
And he
cunt.
did.
And I've got to say, I've seen Jim perform a lot of times, and Jim usually does really well. That night, not so well.
I thought he did good.
Well,
not at first.
It was cringe, like, because Tanya Lee, the female little person, fucking killed
Destroyed that room.
Destroyed, and Jim had to go up after her. And I'm like, I'll bet you never thought following a midget would be so hard.
Why?
Going on after Tanya Lee.
She killed it.
But why wouldn't it be hard? You're implying that dwarfs aren't funny.
They're not.
No, but
How many funny dwarves do you know?
No, I wasn't. I didn't think she wasn't going to be funny because she was a dwarf. It was
One.
a female comedian.
I'm sitting here like, come on, buddy.
We don't have any other dwarves on the show, do we? She was funny. She killed it.
Yeah.
She's
She'd
great.
be awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't she?
I don't know. We got a lot of steps at this house.
What was the story?
Oh, that's right. She does some scooter
Yeah,
ride.
she
She's a motor. She's a hover round type.
Wait,
yeah.
what was the story about her in the UK though during Mickey D's Fat Cave? Did she?
I don't know if this is our story to tell.
Just say it.
Mickey D teabagged her while standing up. Of
course he did.
Yeah, just to prove that he could drop his testicles into a dwarf's mouth and no one would have to crouch or anything.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I love it when a porn star gets shocked by a sexual move. That wasn't cool.
Brad, you've had sex with a lot of tall girls, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you call them, tall girl? What do you call them?
I call him a goal.
Okay.
He calls them people.
Now, when you do them doggy style, you get to stand up.
I can stand up.
That's the best advantage of being a midget.
It's the same with when I'm pissing on a girl. Still want to get married, ladies?
But one thing I loved about
I love how you went. Yeah, all right, Jim. All right. You've had
trying to keep the podcast
You've had your
going.
fun. You've had your fun.
No, but I love that when we were walking around the convention, Eddie was literally looking at me and he was like rating all the dwarf women. Like, Brad, you should fuck her. No, don't fuck her.
Yeah,
fuck her. Don't fuck her.
It was blind date for Eddie because Eddie was like, I like that one. Yeah. And then there was like one that was really slutty. I love that the Little People convention. There was every walk of life.
Yeah, it's a microcosm.
It's like when we went to go after you guys did your gig, we were going out and then the dance club thing was happening.
Right.
And we wanted to just go look and see what's going on in there. And like the dude, like the bouncer guy was like pretty much like right away was like,
He thought we were outside. It's causing trouble.
you guys here to fuck dwarves or something? It was just like he had that vibe. Just like
immediately
you're
jumped
the
to
wrong.
that.
Yeah, like I could see that in his eyes.
Like we were from some weird web community of like dwarf fetish
He
people.
thought we were either perverts or we were just assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
And we were assholes going there to laugh. And then I was like,
and we're both.
And I was doing that
Kinda
whole,
made sense.
I'm Jim Jeffries. I was just over. And then one of the dwarves came up and went, no, they were allowed in. And I went, nah, it's too much effort now. I don't want to go in. I don't need a dwarf vouching for me.
When did you think you ever had that when a dwarf would come up and go, he's with me?
And I was real.
By the way, I know his voice.
I was,
an old dwarf just said that.
I was real.
It happened my whole life.
I was really upset that everyone there was a little person, yet the bouncers were normal sized. I
know, like,
I wanted
really
to get,
necessary.
I wanted to get bounced out by little people. I wanted
Exactly.
like midget bouncers going, get the fuck out.
What I really liked about it was there was the kids were everywhere. Everyone was having a great time, but the kids were riding around on BMX bikes and scooters in the lobby.
In the lobby of the hotel.
In the lobby of the Hyatt.
Which
right?
is a nice hotel.
Lovely 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
Because who's going to
And-
stop them?
Exactly. because it was just like a whole lot of full-grown people going, no, this is all good.
Well, because people don't realize that there's like, yes, we're in that hotel and the convention takes up a large portion of that hotel.
There's regular
but
folk.
there's people that are just staying in who just
Yeah.
walk in.
That would be the weirdest moment of your
Oh
life.
my God!
That just-
You walk in after maybe a night of drinking and just go, "What the fuck was in that absinthe?"
It'd be fine. It'd be fine with drinking, but getting high, you'd be like,
Yeah.
"All right, something was wrong."
Something
But you know what? It really was similar. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the movie Over the Rainbow with Chevy Chase.
I've seen it.
And it's based on they go to a Little People convention, and
Yeah.
and he's in a dream, and he ends up at this convention, and it's one of the funniest fucking films I've ever seen in my life.
Have you guys ever fucked a dwarf on film?
All the time.
Honest?
Wait, use the microphone. Have you had sex with a dwarf?
Yes.
Which one? Is he in the room?
No, you know what I like about that?
Point without the dwarf in the room.
No.
On one hand, Brad's feeling good because she fucks dwarf, and on the other hand, Brad's brain's going, why hasn't she ever fucked me? Like we get along.
I have a feeling Brad's the one.
No.
So who's the dwarf in your life? How'd you meet this guy, and when did you think I'll enjoy this little prick?
So question: is it just like do you have a fetish for everything? Like you just can't. You want to have sex with everything.
Do you have like a sexual bucket list or something?
Kind of. It's called a bucket list.
You have a bucket list.
Yes.
What else is on your bucket list? How about a homeless guy that lives on our couch?
No.
Ever had sex with Have you ever had sex with a really pale Australian? That's a rarity, a pale Australian.
I've had sex with an Australian.
Not a pale one. That's my calling card.
How many countries have you ticked off? Are there countries you need to still get to?
Yeah.
I'll play that game with you, Eddie. Let's do countries. Me and you.
I don't want to do that.
Come on, let's do it. Me and you.
No. How about Armenian? Have you been to Armenia?
I've done Armenia.
Never done it.
We've got one right here for you.
All right.
And she likes girls too.
Awesome.
Do you do a lot of girl on girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
All
lot.
right, let's
Is there anything you don't do?
There's a
She
few
doesn't do
things.
gangbangs. She only does DPs in a private life, and she doesn't marry you. All right, so I'll do the game of countries with you. All right, so you name a country, then I'll name a country back, and we'll see who's fucked more countries.
I don't think I've fucked that many. But
Jim, she's a porn star. She doesn't know
and I grew up on
countries.
Hawaii.
She's already
I'm
beaten
from
Australia.
Hawaii.
I've never touched one of them.
But I'm also from Hawaii, and I came from a very small town. So
Yeah, the whole place is small. It's Hawaii.
what I'm saying is I haven't really fucked a lot of ethnicities.
Could you get naked for
What
me?
she's saying is she's racist.
I just whenever I get confused or I don't like that to go get naked.
How about
That's your filler.
how about Courtney over here? How about do you like extra large Mexicans?
Courtney, do you prefer a black cock or a white cock?
White.
Really? Why?
Because she's not an idiot. she wants to keep her.
Because she likes
wants to
nice
keep
things.
She wants to keep her vagina nice. She'd like to have dinner before the fucking. She wants to keep her iPod on the dresser.
She doesn't want it to look like shrapnel afterwards.
So why do you prefer a white cock to a black cock?
I just do.
But black's so slimming.
It reforms its shape afterwards.
Sure.
I think it's the purpleness and the vein. They look aggressive, black cocks. Whenever I watch them in porn, I'm always like, oh, that thing could beat me up.
It does. It looks like a weapon more than.
Why are you Googling big black cock?
Yeah, put the second picture on. Put the second picture. Go up to the second picture. Put it on. Let it sit in everyone's brain. A white guy sucking a black guy's cock.
You know what I like?
What's the name of the vice president again?
Wait, I have to explain what just happened. 20 pictures just flashed up on the page on the TV, and Jim, as quickly as possible, found the one that was gay and
gay
went to it so quickly. And it's a black guy shoving his cock in a white guy's mouth, and the white guy's holding a chihuahua.
I call that shot Biden.
Oh, I didn't even realize. If you go to the picture, there's another little black. That's a little black cock.
No, that's just a black cock that's done.
Right.
I've never seen a little black cock. How big are midget cocks? No, really.
Well, I don't know. She's seen a couple.
Yeah, if they're as big as their ass.
They're doing all right.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
Midget penis.
Put dwarf penis in. Dwarf penis will get you more hits.
Wait a minute.
You act like you've done
Far
this
side.
before.
Our intern is fucking unbelievable. While we talk, he just Googles all these pictures, and he was just Googling midget cock. Oh, there's a tranny.
Tranny midget.
A tranny midget. Do you know her? You guys all know each other.
That's one I don't know.
You know what I like about the tranny midget? It's like it's not enough that she's a fucking dwarf or he's a dwarf, but he still doesn't feel comfortable in that body. how many discomforts has that person had in their life? Going,
And you know what? And I think about times when I'm having problems in my life, and
it's like
questioning decisions I've made.
My first choice wouldn't be to get a set of tits. My first choice would be stilts.
Yeah, like fix that problem first. Then we'll go. Then we'll on the whole sexual identity thing.
Could you have taken the human growth hormone as a child? Would that have helped?
Of course he did.
No.
Look how big his ass is.
No, I've heard that they do that with like shorter people, and they take it. And I met this doctor this weekend out in Kansas City who does human growth hormone injections, and they do it with children a lot that are like their growth is stunted.
Well, I mean, not to get too scientific or anything, but that typically works for people that have like a inactive
pituitary
gland, whereas mine's like in my DNA. Like it's not, you can't just take a pill or something and then like
we cannot make you
I feel
tall.
like somebody's a defeatist. I feel like if someone put a little bit of effort into being them. You girls need a drink or anything? You're fine. Okay.
All right. Now, Jason's in the bathroom. Jason just went up to the bathroom. Let's see if we can.
These never work.
I know, but we have to.
Every time you go, we'll do this, and then he comes down and nothing happens. You can try.
All right, we're going to try this. Courtney, you think he's slightly attractive, right? What are the chances? Anything? You and Jason?
No.
Yeah.
She was doing that to be nice.
Okay, hold on.
What are the gym chances?
When you just stop. When you do a porn movie.
Enough about Jason.
When you
Jim's
do
here.
when you do a porn movie, you don't choose the guy, do you?
We
Uh,
Yeah, the girls do. That's one of the things. They get to choose the guy. They get to say yay or no.
But what if the money's good enough and they go, "You're going to fuck this guy, and here's a lot of money"?
No, because then the money makes the choice for them. You see what I mean? Like you weigh. It's like anything in life. You weigh it up. You
They
go.
won't give you more money. They'll find another girl.
But what if we gave you a lot of money to have sex with Jason? Why not?
He's disgusting.
What? She liked him. Though. He's disgusting. She picked him over me.
His teeth are very nice.
There you go. I thought we were friends.
Yeah. A friend would have let me get a fucking dog.
I'd let you get a dog, not a rat.
You want a big dog? I'll get a big dog.
Get a real dog.
If I get a real dog, I can have
You
it.
got to get an Anatolian Shepherd. You got to.
No, I'm not going to. I want a dog that I can go on a plane. I'll get a little Scottish Terrier then.
No,
Because it's not weird for a guy to have a small dog if I want to take it on the road with me. See, it's not weird. I would just like a friend to travel with me. But now that I've met you two, I don't need a dog.
Lalit just mouthed gay.
Lee thinks anyone who doesn't want to sleep with her is gay.
Oh. So there's no possible way ever. Jason.
Yeah, can you stop? What are you?
Because it's been.
You're making me feel uncomfortable.
We've been on the show for almost a year now, and he still hasn't.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Nothing.
The girls don't want to have sex with you. Eddie was trying in vain to make it happen. And I was like, it's Jason. And they're alive.
Not enough for him.
I tried, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
It's okay.
Now, we should mention where Jason's living now. Jason's living with
he
Matt
moved out?
Devlin.
Yeah, I'm staying with Matt Devlin.
Matt Devlin. Now, he's been
Wait,
living...
you've
he's
moved
been-
into his place?
Well, yeah, just let me stay there.
This
for a
is
little
what I
bit.
like. Now, many people may not have noticed the subtleties of Jason's outfit today, but he's been living with Matt Devlin from Boston for one day, and he's wearing a Red Sox hoodie.
Well, what happened?
That's not your hoodie. I've never heard you go on about the Red Sox, and all of a sudden
Actually, I grew up on the Red Sox.
Yeah, but
that's my
is-
baseball team.
is that
if I
your
were to
hoodie?
choose one.
Is that your hoodie?
No, it's Matt's.
you've been there for one day, and you're
dealership.
wearing the man's clothes.
Well, what happened was we locked ourselves out of the house today.
Of course, they're
a team now.
You know when that happens? When you've got a door. It's a long
So
story,
I just
girls. It's
grabbed
funny
this
that-
from the truck because it's chilly out.
You guys are like Benifer. You're like
Yeah.
Matt. Or
We
wait,
just hang
Matt,
out.
Mason.
We get along well. He's a good guy.
There you go.
Okay?
Yeah, all you do.
So you two met on the podcast, and now you're best buds.
Wait. Tell me the story. I called him the other night. This is not the night. He hangs up on me all the time when he's with Matt.
Only when I'm drunk and you're mean.
But you, the other night, what happened in the car with you guys?
What night?
When you were fucking running every red light? And,
Oh God, dude, he took me to some open mic night thing in Santa Monica, and it was like 2.5 hours of 3-minute sets. And the other comic that we went over there with, they decided like, let's get a cab, let's not get a cab or whatever. And he decided he was okay to drive or whatever.
Who? The comic drove?
Yeah, the other comic. And he decided we were at the West Side Comedy thing over on. I'm not gonna say who the other comic is because like
He was drunk driving like a fucking maniac.
He's like a reformed gangster from Brooklyn, and like he'll fuck you up, dude. And he was a combat vet and all that shit. So
What's
like,
his name? What's his name? We'll delete it.
Rob something. I don't know his last name.
So why would you say I'm not going to say his name when you don't even know it?
Okay, so anyways, so he decided basically, you know how like if you can go up 4th instead of going down Pacific Avenue?
Yeah, all our listeners know. Go on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Google Maps.
Okay,
They should be familiar with the areas of where I crash on
So
patches.
as you're listening to this, go to Google Maps right now.
and type in Pico and 4th. Nina in Venice.
Farside's doing it right now.
Yeah, Pico and 4th Street. He thinks they're going to do it. He decided to go all the way from Pico to Rose without stopping. And like having it fucking floored, dude. Like I actually hit the ceiling. He hit a dip in the road so fucking hard that I hurt my neck. Like I went up into the ceiling and fucking no, like
Well, you've never used it.
I was in the back seat.
That's why. He got hurt out of atrophy.
Yeah.
You hurt the fat around your neck.
All right, Brad. Thanks a lot.
But you're a big guy, and porn stars like big guys.
That big guy was planted on the ceiling, going 65 miles an hour.
So you're going
stop
65
sign on the top of the hill.
You're
and
going.
fucking,
So you've been spending a lot of time with Matt Devlin lately,
well, yeah, we hang out a lot.
and you
Only end in tears.
I know.
Like Jason's borderline alcoholic.
Yeah.
He would be an alcoholic if he had cash.
Yeah,
He just can't afford to be an alcoholic. He's,
Yeah.
And Matt's
an alcohol.
an alcoholic.
So
and an enabler.
You have found your gateway to the alcohol.
Oh no.
Like, does he make sure you're always drinking?
No. We actually no.
What kind of things do you guys do together?
Drink.
What else?
And
what else?
I mean, we've only,
Find places to drink.
basically okay. Actually, I met Rick Shapiro the other night.
A two-man.
Yeah, I
crew.
met Rick Shapiro.
We're gonna have Rick Shapiro on the
You
show.
met Rick Shapiro, the former heroin addict. Is these the circles you move in? There was another guy in a cardboard box. That's Rick Shapiro. He's wearing a fur coat without a t-shirt on. And that's his publicity picture.
Rick Shapiro is the guy that if you saw me on the Green Room on Showtime, he was on my episode. He's the guy that every time he got asked a question went,
He's fucking hilarious.
You know what?
though.
I like Rick, but
We're gonna have him on the show.
We can dish him
my
on.
gosh.
We can dish him right now because he won't remember it by the time he comes on the show.
yeah. And when he comes on the show, he might kill us all.
Rick once had a chat with me, Rick Shapiro. I was in. I was actually watching an episode of The Green Room, and he was there. And then I started chatting to him. I've met him like 1,000 times. And Rick goes to me. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I like you. You're nice. You know who's another good guy? Jim Jeffries."
That's not a joke. Yeah, he's totally serious.
He just thought two Australian comics would know each other.
right.
Jim Jeffries is a good guy as well.
Oh, dude,
that
Was your follow-up question, what does Jim Jeffries look like?
I had a moment in Edinburgh where there was a girl. I don't know if this story will be funny, but it's an interesting story. I was at the Edinburgh Festival. I was up in a bar, and I think we all know my real name. I don't want to say it on the air, but it's Nugent. Right? I won't say the first name because it's even more embarrassing. Right?
Jeff.
My real surname is Nugent. Right? So fuck it. My name's Jeffrey Nugent. Anyway, so all right, but Jim's my middle name, Jim Jeffries, blah blah blah, because Jeffrey Nugent is a cocksucker's name. Anyway, so
Yeah, what was so bad about Jeffrey Nugent? I didn't think...
when I first started gigging, people would spell Nugent N-E-W, and then they go, next up, Jeff Nugent. You know what I mean? Like the MC couldn't pronounce it, and I just thought I got to change this up a bit.
So maybe I shouldn't have stuck with IFT.
But you know, I want to be successful. Like you think these porn stars were originally called 1 and 2? I'm joking. Anyway, so I'm in this bar, and there was this girl sitting at the bar called. Actually, I shouldn't say her name.
Did you just say Krav Maga?
Yeah, Krav Maga. So I'm sitting there, and this girl was like sitting there, and we're all drunk. It was like 4 a.m, and this is a girl from Australia, and she goes, it turned out, and she goes, she goes, you from Sydney? And I went, yeah. And she goes, what school did you go to? And I named the school I went to, and she went, do you know Jeffrey Nugent? I'm like, I'm 34 years old. Who asks you what fucking school you went to, right? And I went, and then I thought, this is some fucking PR chick fucking with me about my real name, you know, being a cocksucker about the whole thing, right? So she went, do you know Jeffrey Nugent? I went, yeah, I know him. She goes, how do you know him? I go, oh, yeah, I was good friends with him in high school. It's a shame how he died in that car accident, right?
You're
this
terrible.
girl bursts into tears, right? It turns out we were friends when we were 14. I remembered as soon as she started crying. This is my childhood friend.
You must have.
Now I recognize you. You're crying.
I met her at band camp.
You must have
I'm not
fucked her.
kidding. No, I met her at band camp when we were 14. And so she started crying, and I was going, don't cry, I'm Jeffrey Nugent. Anyway.
And then she probably thought you were being condescending.
I asked Jim one time, I said, did you ever like, you know how you forget a girl's name or you forget if you had sex with a girl? He goes, I go to meetings in Hollywood where I meet with people, and I'm like, did I fuck this person?
I've had sex with somebody after a gig, gone into a town, fucked a chick, and then woken up the next day and said, it's nice, we should hook up again next time I'm in town. And she goes, that's what you said last time. And and you're like, I don't even remember fucking her the first time. I'm a remarkable person.
I was in a bar in Pittsburgh one time, and I was with a buddy of mine who was on that show Road Rules. And there was a girl from MTV that was talking to him, and I went up and started talking to her, and we started talking. I said, where'd you go to high school? Apparently, she went to high school with my girlfriend at the time that I'd just broken up with.
Actually, Eddie's girlfriend was still in high school.
Yeah. And I go,
He impregnated a 12-year-old. He's like Elvis.
So I tell her this girl. I go, you know this girl? And she goes, yeah. She goes, I know her. You know, I live in LA. I know her, and I know her boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, you know her boyfriend? Mm-hmm. And she's talking about me. I'm like, oh, really? Do you know him? I'm like, who's her boyfriend? And she goes, he's some low-level comedian.
This is the thing with being friends with Eddie. Whenever someone asks you who you live with, and you have to say it under your breath, Eddie.
And every time I tell people who I live with, they go, it was funny all week. Like I was in Kansas City and people are like, you live with Jim Jeffries?
They must be high-fiving you to death.
Not at all. Not at all. Zach Galifianakis joke.
Is it a Zach?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that.
Yeah, the guy who died from high five. The guy who fucked the teacher. He goes, did you hear about the guy that was
I've
fucking
never
his
watched
teacher?
Zach Galifianakis do stand-up.
Yeah,
So I probably heard it off somebody else.
Anyway, so every person that I talk to that goes, don't you you do that show with Jim Jeffries? You live with him? And they're like, what's that like? Like, are there like dead people? And like, does he kill and like rape? And is there? And they're like, you watch his act? And I'm like, he gets up at about 4. He starts playing pinball, and then he hits the PlayStation. Does about 6 hours on PlayStation. Then he watches.
I don't play PlayStation that much at all. I only play PlayStation with Jason.
You play PlayStation, you play pinball, you watch TV.
I play pinball for about an hour and a half a day.
And then you go back to bed.
I get shit done, man. I fucking do. I'm a doer, mate. Don't you worry about that. There's shit being done right now as we speak.
Hey, high scores don't set themselves on that pinball machine.
True beans.
How many hours do you think you put in on the pinball machine?
I've played well over 1,200 games on it.
All I know is that this game is in a home, and it actually gets used more than an arcade version of the game.
Yeah, it does. It is beating the fuck out of it.
I told Jim what he should do with his fame is go approach these pinball machines and like get us to be testers. Because how much
do you see?
We wear the.
Do you see?
No, but we wear the shit out of a machine, dude. It's like we could actually be the guy.
Do you guys like pinball? So you don't even know. You're too young, aren't you?
Yeah, I've never played.
How old are you both?
26.
26? 26. Okay, well, you're in the generation before pinball. It's an amazing game. After the podcast, you can play a game of pinball.
What is the age that you can do porn till? Is there like... I mean, like...
No, it's all ages.
No, but
there's something for everyone.
No, the real question is, what age can you start? You know, you can do it until you're dead, so at least into the 30s.
But like really...
I mean, like successful, I think the cutoff age is about 35.
35? I would never jerk off to a 35-year-old.
The thing is, I've been into porn. I've been into porn. I've been into porn for so long that there's girls that I like that now have gotten too old for me, and I've retired them out of my rotation and brought in a new guy. I always love it when there's a new find. Where you go, that's one of my new girlfriends.
See, I'm weird. I have to like have a personal connection with the girls that I jerk off to on porn.
Yeah, these girls hate you.
So he'll be jerking off to them later.
Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly.
Both of them have all but said you're a douchebag.
That's gonna make me come twice as much. They didn't call me a douchebag.
No, I said all but.
She said she'd fuck me.
Yeah, everyone loves to be fucked by someone they hate. Sometimes it's the only way I can come.
It's gonna be mutual then.
This has just gotten angry.
Yeah, we're done. We got our new guest has come.
We got to go out with a bang. Can you do a flip?
Got 2 porn stars here. He looks at the midget. You do a trick.
Now this is the thing.
Kami.
No, what's the name of the one we didn't like?
Oh, the porn star?
No.
Caden Cross came on, and we just hinted at trying to get her naked, and she freaked out and said, "No, because I'm signed to a label, and if I get naked, you could get sued."
She's like, I'm with Digital Underground,
Yeah.
and our
Which
argument to her
I think is a load of bullshit.
Digital Underground again.
Because I'm allowed to be funny outside the house.
and our
Whenever I want. I'm just allowed to do it. No one's suing me. I can just be funny whenever. I'm doing it right now.
We have
There's a line of truth to it because she and I are actually under contract with a network and we can't do
But Jim-
I will buy it out.
Jim and I are under contracts with he's with Showtime, and I've got at Comedy Central, and we do shows with them, and we're allowed to go perform whenever we want, wherever we want. I don't get
it's
this.
probably a non-exclusive contract. Like in the industry, there's exclusive contracts.
No, what's happening is you're being exploited.
No. Whoa, Eddie.
Whoa.
Are you saying a porn star's being exploited?
What a groundbreaking announcement is this?
Whoa, everyone, hold up.
They are never going to blacklist you for going on something, say a podcast.
It's an audio program.
Exactly, and getting completely.
What if
naked.
we just get one of your tits each? That would only be half a break.
and then
we join them together like we've got a set of actual tits.
and then
for some reason are pointing inwards.
Yeah, and then we use them and stuff them down the leet's mouth to.
I was so close to getting them, and then you brought rape into the argument.
I didn't bring rape in yet.
So there's no chance of us getting you naked at all?
I'll show you my boobs.
Yeah!
Boobies.
Those are great.
Those are great, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, geez, it's a bit cold in here, isn't it?
Jesus, those.
They always look like that.
Yeah, only when I'm around.
They look like the end of a screwdriver. What the fuck are those?
You know what was weird? It was a Phillips head.
I'd like to see number 2s now.
You can't. You're letting down the team.
Come on, let's see these.
We all got so excited that the fucking speaker system broke. You both have phenomenal tits, and
Thank you, doctors.
they well spent.
And with that, I'd like to
They have
say,
good hair too. Did you notice their hair? They have fantastic hair.
Kill him!
I like hair.
Oh, God.
Don't you like hair?
That's why he fancies Lilith so much.
She's got good hair too. Don't you like hair?
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Of course, we don't want these girls to be bald. But can you imagine how many cancer patients are sitting listening to this podcast going, is that all I'm worth?
Yeah,
Because we've got such a huge cancer following.
But then you've got that woman with breast cancer who's lost one tit and a hair. Like, you should just kill yourself.
I heard they play our podcast over the loudspeaker at the St. Jude Cancer Center.
Yeah. When people are recovering from chemo, they go, this will cheer them up. Hey, if you are listening in a cancer ward right now, at least you're not a dwarf. Unless you are a dwarf with cancer. And that's just unfortunate.
And if you are a fan of ours with cancer, please email us at Jim and Eddie talk shit. Oh wait, Jim and Eddie at yahoo.com. Email us. I have a few emails that we have to read. Actually, we'll do it on the next episode. Maybe we'll take some calls on the next episode. I want to thank everybody that's been here tonight. Most of our midget, and when I say our midget, I mean it in the dearest way.
That's how I take
you
it.
are our midget. You are the official midget
So
of the
like
show.
I have an exclusive contract with you. I can't be a midget anywhere else. If I'm a midget outside of this house, I get
if I
sued.
see you being short on other podcasts,
We'll fucking sue we'll sue those big pants off you.
Well, thank you for having me and making me your midget.
Brad, what's your website to get everyone?
BradWilliamsComedy.com, or you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/funnybrad.
Funny Brad. And
you
then-
went for funny Brad. You didn't go for short Brad.
Yeah, you
There
should-
was a short Brad.
You should.
What's wrong with short Brad 1? What's wrong? There can't be a midget Brad.
There's a short Brad. There's a Brad Williams. I really lost out. So
Funny Brad.
Next week we're going to be next week the what?
No, let the girls plug their Twitters and everything.
I'm
please.
going to. But the next episode, if you listen in, you can call us at 310-853-3879. That's 310-853-3879. 310-853-3879. Call us or email us at jimandeddy@yahoo.com. And as always, go to jimandeddytalkshit.com. That's our website. You can find everything there. Our YouTube page, our Facebook page. You can listen to us on Stitcher.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to cut you off right now. There is a person called Short Brad. He only has one follower. Can everyone...
Who is this follower?
And his tweets are protected.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Fuck you.
Can everyone start following Short Brad?
At
Short Brad.
At Short Brad. Add him and tell him he's not the real Short Brad.
Yeah. We're taking it back.
You're not the real Short Brad.
Tell him to give up his fucking name. That's what we
exactly.
want. Everybody, all our
Can
listeners-
everyone write, it's a shame you died and got eaten by badgers?
He has to allow you to follow him.
Yeah, well, fuck him.
It's still going to
so
bother him. He still has to click yay or nay.
Our beautiful pornographic artists that were here tonight. Can we get? Do you have plugs that you want to give? Do you have anything?
KamiKai.com is my official website. And
Spell that because everybody just heard KamiKai.
It's KAYMEKAI.com.
Okay,
And then Twitter is
you're gonna have more freaks masturbating to you tonight than ever before.
Awesome.
And then
Yeah, it's a cute web page. You look nice there.
Yeah.
Lovely.
can we get a free code to your
How do you wank off to yourself? I normally do it with a hand mirror.
Do you ever watch yourself and masturbate to yourself?
I just said something really funny and everyone missed it. I said, I normally do it with a hand mirror.
It was okay.
Not flying.
Not that funny.
It would if you saw my hemorrhoids.
And then Courtney, what is your website?
My official website is CourtneyKane.com, and it's KORTNEYKANE.
Okay, is that where you make the majority of your income? Is from your websites?
We own those.
Okay, and those are like guys that really
Look at this guy, you'll fuck anything. Look at this
bandana,
look at
for
this
God's sakes.
Brett Michaels looking fuck.
Are you afraid of like running into one of your fans in the street?
It happens.
Yeah.
Why would you be afraid of that?
Because they're freaks, guys that like.
Oh, do you know how many fucking weirdos come up and fucking are fans of mine? You just put up with it. Hey, actually, I love my fans. Thank you for supporting me.
Speaking of which, Jim, why don't you tell them where you're performing coming up?
I'll be at the Stress Factory.
Oh, New Jersey. Vinnie
I'll
Brandt's
be
room.
at the Varsity Theater in Minneapolis. That's where I earn the big bucks. Don't worry about the one in the Stress Factory. Come to the theater where I get a percentage. Southside Music Hall, that gig in Dallas, Texas on October the 15th. That one is almost sold out, I know for a fact. And the Tulupa Casino in Marysville, Washington, which is just outside Seattle on October the 21st. That gig has 4 rows of seats left. The Dark Comedy Tour, the Rickshaw Theatre, Vancouver. I'm selling fuck all there. So really get on board that one, the 22nd. Palms Casino in Las Vegas, 27th and 29th. And Club Nokia, if you're in LA. Do you guys want to come to the gig in November at the Club Nokia?
We're gonna have a big party backstage.
Yeah, you can come back. I'll tell you what happened last time we did the Club Nokia. We had every girl in the world that came backstage and they all sat there and the room was filled with beautiful people. And then I went to the shitter and then my female manager came into the room before I went on stage and went, everyone out. Jim needs his space. Kicked all the good-looking girls out. Good move there, Lisa. Well done.
You can see me. I'm at Side Splitters in Tampa, Florida, October 6th
Bobby
through 9th.
Jewell.
Is that who I'm working for? I don't even know.
Bobby Jewell.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bobby Joe.
Then-
He has a headshot of himself on the stage.
He does.
And
fun.
then
Enjoy the condo too.
October 13th.
Oh, I got a hotel.
October 13th. I am coming to Canada. I will be there October 13th at the Comedy Bar, and then I'm in Reno at the. Did you ever work the Reno Improv?
No, I worked.
I do the casino in
Yeah, Harris Casino. I'll be at Harris Casino in Reno from the 19th to the 24th or 23rd of October, and then the last date's 21st through the 27th. I will be in Australia. I'm doing one night in every city, a couple nights in Sydney. You can book your tickets at alist.com.au.
I got to do that as well. I will be in Australia all of from December 5th to December 20th doing gigs. I hear the Melbourne Comedy Lounge is almost sold out, and there's still a few tickets doing a Monday and Tuesday at the Comedy Store, so get those ones as well. And then I'm not selling very well in Adelaide, so what's wrong with you people? You don't have inbred money? It's a special currency they have down there.
The phones are ringing off the hook after comments.
No,
Now we have to see it.
Thank you guys, and please listen up next week. Next episode, we've got guest Chris Fairbanks, and I really want to thank everybody for being here. Thanks for the donations. Please keep them up. As you heard, we did not have an advertisement today, so we're working on purely donations. Keep them up. Go to JimandEddieTalkShit.com. And I'm not allowed to say "go fuck yourself" anymore because apparently a fan wrote in and said Bill Burr does that at the end of his show. So everybody out there, don't go fuck yourself. But that one fan that said that, go fuck yourself.
Talking